Alright, now we get to the fun part. Graphing a linear inequality. You want to make sure that your inequality is solved for y. In this case, it is solved for y. You want it to look like that y equals mx plus b. When it looks like that, you can identify the slope and the y-intercept, and then it's easy to graph. Now, because it's an inequality, we're going to have this inequality in the middle instead of the equal sign, but that's okay. So still, we're going to identify the slope and the y-intercept. So the slope is next to the x, it's a 2. I'm going to go ahead and make it a 2 over 1 because I'm going to graph that. Our y-intercept is that -4, so 0, -4. And then before we start graphing, let's figure out if we should have a solid or dotted line and shade above or below. So our symbol, our inequality is a greater than. So greater thans, remember, we shade above. So shade above for any greater than. And then should this be a solid or dotted line? Remember, it would have to have that or equal to line in order for us to draw a solid line. So this one is dotted. Alright, so we just make those notes next to our graphs. So starting with the y-intercept down here at -4, plot your point. Then up 2 over 1. And you just fill up your whole graph with these points. And then draw a dotted line. So again, dotted line looks a little more like dashes, but that's okay. Alright. Now where should our shading be? Should we shade above or shade below the line? We said shade above. Now, a nice way to figure out where shading above is, like I said, the steeper your line gets, the harder it is to tell. Go to your y-intercept and just draw an arrow right above that, and that's the side that you want to shade on. That is above the line right there. So you're going to shade all of this. So what are we actually shading? We are shading all of the solutions to this inequality. When we had our solve by graphing the two lines and they crossed only in one spot, that's because there was only one solution to that system. So now we're looking at a linear inequality that has a lot of solutions, actually an infinite number of solutions, because we could, if these lines continued forever, we could continue shading forever, everything above the line. Because it's not y equals, if it was equal, there'd be just one, exact solution, but because it's greater than, any ordered pair you can plug in that would make this a true statement, which would be anything from the shaded region over here, this whole thing, those are all of your solutions to the linear inequality.